Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can put pictures and video on your 3ds file format models inside Isadora. Have a look at my previous video about how to convert to 3ds using Blender. So this process is quite specific. I have opened Blender and I'm going to create a pretty basic model just for the purpose of this. I'm going to use this isosphere and I am going to create a new material on it over here. Doesn't matter what we call it. Now I have preset some things up on my machine here. As you can see, I've done some tests, which I'm going to delete and start from fresh. But what I am going to keep is this image called Pex, because I got it from Pexels, a really good website that just has loads of royalty-free images, and I've called it Pex. Now I've actually purposely called this Pex just because I need it to not have a really long file name or anything with numbers, underscores, just something really simple. I might even just rename it Wed for Wednesday for today, just to start from scratch again. That's quite important. The other thing is I've created a folder. Now I've called that 3ds. I might call that Wed as well for Wednesday, just so I've renamed it so you can see that I'm doing this live. And I've put it in a folder. Now the folder is quite important. So I've created a folder on my desktop called Wed for Wednesday, and I've put an image in there called Wed Wednesday. This picture or video can be anything, but like I say, keep it simple. Then in Blender, over here on material with the object selected, I need to click on this little yellow dot where it says base color and change this to an image texture. And I'm going to click open. I'm going to find this image. Now, it would make sense to use an image you're wanting to use in Isadora so that it transfers through, but actually you can use any picture. Once it's got that map, it's called a UV map, then you can send anything into it in Isadora. That bit will make sense in a minute, but I'm just using this. I don't even know what the picture is. And I click open image. Now I can view that up here, and I can see it in a glossy, shiny rendered mode over here. I've got no light in my scene, so you actually can't see it very well. So that's what the image looks like wrapped around my icosphere. So then, I'm going to do what I did in my previous video, which is click on the icosphere, or any object for that matter, go to Export, 3D Studio, and I'm going to put the file in the folder I've just created and renamed called Wed, and it has to go in here. Now, can call this anything I want. I'm going to call it Wed as well for Wednesday because it's a Wednesday, and I'm going to click export, and that's all we need to do in Blender at this moment in time. Brand new Isadora file, and I'm going to go File, Import Media, and on my desktop I'm going to go into Wed and open the 3ds file, and there it is. Now, if you get a warning saying wed.3ds or indeed whatever your file name was expecting an image called this, then you've not put it in a folder and you've not saved the 3D model and the texture in the same folder. Okay, you've gone wrong somewhere. But once you've done that, you can drag this into your scene. We need to send it backwards so we can see it, and then force stage preview. And all being well, there is the image. And again, please refer to my previous videos that I've done recently, but now when I rotate them, you can see the texture is on there. Okay, and we can turn lighting on and it will give you that glossy, shiny effect. Okay, but we don't have to actually stick with this image if we don't want to. I'm just going to give my 3D model a bit of motion so you can see it moving. But what we can do is we can now override that picture. We can retexture it. We can send anything we want into it. So I'm going to find something else. I might find a video. I haven't prepared this bit, but I'm just going to go for a H.264 video. Create a good old movie player. Index it as 1 as usual, and I'm going to send this in here. And now you can see the beach video has taken over and sort of retextured what I have just done. So you can see there's a bit of a beach scene going on there. Okay. If I was to delete or disconnect this, ultimately all it does is go back to this image. So it's making reference to the picture in the video. And if you use this input, it will take over it and put anything else you want in there. So that's how you go about it. A few steps, can be a little bit fiddly, but it's all about saving the 3D file and the image in the same file and then importing it into Isadora so that it can make reference to that. And once it's made reference to that picture, it pulls that information through, and then you can override it using this texture map. So there we go. That is how to do that cool little workflow.